What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for coming back to Cobra TV. And immediately, let me say, I do not know how long we're going to be able to stay online. As you guys know, we're being booted off here lately. But the Xbox Live event has started, and we have tuned in for it. We're going to keep it on mute until it's time for the No Man's Sky news. I would like to say hello to Kix. How you doing, Kix? Thank you for joining the chat. We got Titan Traxxas joining us. Spell check, amazing spell check, who's actually providing some amazing transitions for the No Man's Sky Con that's coming up. We got Cody, Funky Fresh, and again, guys, please remember, I do not know how long we're going to be able to keep this stream up because of us getting kicked off. Let's see if we can turn some things up here. Somebody says, finally. Yes, I'm finally live. They're finally live. And I can't wait to see what they have to say. In a little bit, guys, we are going to be taking callers. So if you'd like to call into the show, get into the waiting room on the Discord channel. Get into the waiting room, and I will pick people and slam them up against the subcast wall into the subcast room. And recently, I've been feeling guilty because a lot of people want to get on the show. A lot of people are in that waiting room, more people than I could actually fit onto the show. However, inside Xbox Episode 3 State of Decay 2. I wonder if I'm watching the right stream. That's really strange. So we're going to have an encore, so to speak. And the last 30 minutes of the show, I'm going to jump directly into the swimming pool, the mosh pit that is the waiting room. And we're going to finish out the show in the waiting room for the last 30 minutes. So everyone will get a chance to get on the show. It's going to be complete and utter chaos. And I can't wait to be in that mosh pit. Cannot wait. Let's see. Got to switch. Okay, that's the wrong button. All right, we got something here for State of Decay. Testing one. Trying to get this mic setting properly. There we go. That sounds a little bit better, I think. I don't know. Discord's weird. Discord is very strange. But here in a little bit, we're going to go ahead and start taking some callers onto the show. But again, remember, guys, if you want to jump into the subcast, get into the waiting room on our Discord. The link for that is down below. And then I'll get you on the show. Cobra doesn't know. Cobra doesn't know what? Turn up the volume. Why do you want me to turn up the volume? Hang on. Let's get some callers in here.
His fellow pirates make off with our own hard-earned chests and skulls. Even our chickens, for crying out loud. That's just foul play. But that was all just the beginning of an even more swashbuckling saga. So, come join me by the fire and perk up your lugs to hear tales of the new adventures that will emerge from the hungering deep.
Oh, there it is.
Waiting to get raptured. Oof.
All right. I was just in a waiting room there, and you heard people actually talking about getting raptured, and that's when I pull people out of the subcast. That's pretty funny. We're gonna get some people on. I saw Floop to Dupe in here. He was in here. One of the first people. I'm gonna try my best to get people in here in order. I'm not gonna do a good job at that. I'm just not gonna do a good job. Let's get Floop to Dupe in here. I love the name. That's part of the lore of Cobra TV, by the way. Floop to Dupe, how you doing, buddy? Floop to Dupe. We're also going to be adding Ivy Mike to the call.
Whoop. What's up, Cobra? I was watching the stream.
Who we got? Floop to Dupe, Ivy Mike. How you doing, guys?
What's up? How are you, Cobra?
I'm doing good. I had it muted. Did somebody say Sean Murray is going to be appearing?
Yes, he is going to be appearing on the show.
Okay, so here's the rumor. I think I even dropped it a little bit on one of the past videos. The rumor I was told was that they sent a crew to Hello Games. They sent a filming crew. So we'll see how that goes.
Dude, I'm so pumped right now, Cobra. You have no idea.
It's looking like the rumor was right. And I was told other things within that rumor too. So if that's turning out to be true, I wonder what's next.
I really appreciated your voiceover in that.
Did they give a time frame?
You've got a lot of rage.
I think it was like 4 or 5 games before No Man's Sky on the list in the very beginning.
Well, you may have tried your hand at the desert map
Now they're cooking
on the public test server. No doubt dropping Hacienda in the process. But everyone wants to know when they can expect.
Did I click on the wrong video? Is this the cooking channel?
Into Xbox game
Is this the cooking channel?
Welcome no longer.
These Xbox guys are nuts.
I want to give a big shout out to all the people that we're seeing in the chat there on the Xbox live stream. I don't know if anybody there knows who we are, but a big shout out to everyone who's excited.
Cobra, I saw your name shouted out about 4 billion times on the Xbox chat.
Really?
Everyone's like, "Where's Cobra? Where's Cobra? Where's Cobra?"
That's awesome. That's awesome.
We can also confirm that the map will launch with a brand new title update that will improve performance of the game overall and make for a better PUBG experience. Thanks to all of the fans.
So I've been playing too much No Man's Sky recently, and I just started playing a bunch more. I play a lot compared to most people, but you go a week or two, and it's amazing how you just get so much back in after you go a little bit of time without playing much.
It's weird, isn't it? Like we talked about that several times on the show. It's like one of those games that when you come back to it, it's like, oh look, some people are shouting us out in the chat there. It's freaking awesome.
There it is again. Where's Cobra?
That is so awesome. Big shout out to you guys, man. Big shout out. But yeah, it's one of those games we talked about on the show a few times, how cool it is just to come back to it and have that renewed feeling. And I don't get that with mini games.
Oh, it's so true. Because when you log in and all of a sudden you find something you never saw before again,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have 2 games
Strange.
in No Man's Sky.
So it says 3 games to go. So 2 games and then No Man's Sky.
Okay, so we're on the first one here, right? Is that what?
Yeah. So we have one, then another, and then No Man's Sky.
Okay. All right.
Cobra, you gotta let us know what's going on because I have everything muted, so I can't hear anything. Just you.
I was muted. I was. I got it playing now very low.
No, what I'm saying, let me know what Sean Murray's saying, or if you could
got you.
I can't, if you don't mind. I'm like chopping at the bit here.
Most definitely. Most definitely. We are trying to get a brand new router, and I want to give a big shout out to everyone who contributed to that. And I'm going to be making a video thanking everyone who has contributed to that. I think that's the best way around this DDoS situation.
Larry may be out of time, but I've got a few seconds to spare. We're happy to announce that next up hero will be joining.
Yeah, man, Sean Murray showing up. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. This is the
first time he's shown his face in 2 years.
Well, other than the GDC 2017, other than that, yeah, I mean, that was you can't really count that. I really don't. I mean, well, I guess you can.
Talk. That was a different kind of thing.
Right, yeah. But this is his first time coming out to talk about the game. This is amazing. Amazing. Oh, people are still talking about us in the chat. That's freaking awesome. Big shout out to you guys in the chat there and the Xbox Live. We got Drifting Pirate in there. Says, yo, Cobra, is Sean Murray with you? Hi, Sean.
All right, so we got State of Decay and then No Man's Sky. I'm so pumped. So, Cobra, I'm going to mute myself when it goes on so I can listen and you don't get the feedback.
Wait, they're going to show State of Decay and then right after No Man's Sky?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Oh, boy, guys. Here we go. Got Virtually Grand and Yatcha Revlin. You guys and your names. I love you. I think you guys pick names that, you know, are hard for Cobra to read. Hypocon. Got your speak pipe, Hypocon. We got Grammy Plays in the chat. Big shout out to Grammy Plays.
Hi, Shardvitson.
Yeah.
Discovery uploaded.
Oh, we have a new Cobra. Big ol' shout out to Janesh. Oh, I hope we're not losing connection. And we got a donation from Sword. Big shout out to Sword. Thank you so much, buddy. Scares me to death live streaming. And whoever's DDoSing me, look, whatever I did, I'm super sorry. I don't know if it's the... Ooh, I love that echo. Whatever I did to upset you, I am sorry. Super sorry.
Is this State of Decay that's on there right now? I don't know what State of Decay is.
It's a zombie open world game.
So it's too cartoony.
I believe it is.
Discovery uploaded.
Big shout out to Louis C for subscribing.
The "How will you survive" tagline is fantastic. On the surface, it's how will you execute against this cool survival plan that you've been planning with your buddies your whole life.
Okay, so we got State of Decay on right now.
Actual consequences when nothing works out the way you planned it.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Save everybody, and people in your base are starving. And
Guys, if we happen to get kicked offline, because I'm starting to see a little bit of lag on my end, I will continue to record and, if possible, continue to have people on the show, and I will upload everything afterwards. But we're working on getting this fixed, I promise.
There's a lot of stuff going on back at your base.
It looks good on this end. I haven't seen any stutters or anything.
Okay. I hear a delay in my voice, so when I do the streams, I got to hear my voice. So, and that's so that I can relay it to the other PC to mix with your guys' voice. It's a workaround. I'm an idiot, but
surviving day to day, going out into the world, finding a few things. You're the focus of the action, but there's still stuff going on with them. And then, of course,
okay. So directly after State of Decay, we're going to get No Man's Sky. We're gonna get some more people in here.
It's coming. For real. Where is it? Everybody's on the Xbox thing. Oh.
The sort of behind the scenes on what's going
Cobra,
on.
did you saw the new image?
How infestations are spreading.
The new image, the box art.
All of those things.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we did quite a few videos.
There's
of
a
the
full
box art.
version of it out now. There's a full version of it out now, like a widescreen version of the picture somewhere. I'm not sure where it came from.
It's still the same though, right?
Not exactly.
What's different about it?
Maybe we have a procedural feed in the background.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure I'm on board with that because it kind of looks like those rocks that are to the side but in the horizon. I'm not sure. But Cities was part of the rumor that was told to me, so we'll see. We'll see. We got Sam Swain there. Sam Swain's there, so Sam Swain's there. I believe he's there for the Cities. We'll see.
All right, it's coming up. Like I said, I'm gonna mute myself as soon as it comes on.
We're still on State of Decay 2 at the moment.
No one cares about your zombies.
Oh, we got Pete doing a donation saying how big the update is will depend on the length of Sean's beard. I almost didn't want to finish that sentence. I didn't know what was going to go on at the end there. Big shout out to Peanut Pete, man. Hashtag that Cobra on the chat. Oh, I love that echo. Oh, that's so cool. So cool. I don't even know. That's happening on accident. That's not a feature that I got going on. Huh?
I was doing the technology recharge thing to myself.
Oh, what's going on?
What's going on? I'm very, very hyped. I'm like shaking right now, man.
What's up, Yeti?
I'm just
So
like, I
am I,
mean, State of Decay 2 seems cool and all, but like, I'm just trying to get, please stop.
Yeah, I wonder how many if Xbox is sitting there like, whoa, we got a bump in viewers here. This gotta
Yeah, but they
this
had
has
like
got to be the No Man's
1,500
Sky crew.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
Yeah,
they
all
were
the
tearing up
chat
the
is just
chat.
No Man's Sky, yeah.
Yeah. Big shout out to everybody in the Xbox Live chat. You guys are amazing. I hope anybody that's watching us is also supporting Xbox Live over there, and show those Xbox fans that are in that chat how much we love No Man's Sky and how much people are looking forward to it. Try not to get into arguments or fights with anybody. A lot of people are going to have opinions, and they're not going to change it based on arguing. So try as hard as you can not to get into arguments with people in the chat. Let's not show that kind of personality out of our community.
There are so many more options for base building than we had in the first game.
I think when next comes out, I think it's going to speak for itself. I think even louder than Atlas Rises did.
Each offer your community in terms of alleviating some pressure. You want to generate some food, you want to build a garden, something bigger, you can make a farm.
I felt like chills as soon as they said like, oh, and we have Sean Murray, why you
Murray,
and
yeah.
your friends.
Yeah.
Excited.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh, that's so amazing. I must have missed that. I had it muted.
Yeah, Cobra, when you see it come up, you'll see it before we do. I'm only watching your stream. Just let me know.
Okay, will do, buddy. We're still on State of Decay. Looks like they're showing like a cinematic scene here.
They got nice farming there.
I'm interested in State of Decay too.
yeah, it literally comes out tomorrow if you have like the certain edition of it. So kind
Is
of like
this only Xbox?
it's on PC on the Windows Store as well, kind of like Sea of Thieves was.
Darn it. I got to get me an Xbox. You know, there's so many things on Xbox I want to play. Sea of Thieves, PUBG. And I know I can play these things on PC as well, but even though I have a gaming PC, it's just...
Sea of Thieves. It was fun for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I hope
we'll see where
this
it
Hungering
goes.
Deep update like adds a lot because it's kind of lacking right now.
Oh, I imagine Sea of Thieves is going to be a very amazing game as time goes on.
Yeah.
I wonder
It's
if
like
we'll
No
see
Man's Sky.
gameplay.
It's a
You
canvas.
think we'll see any gameplay, guys?
I hope so. I think so. I think we're going to see something. It's going to tease us a little bit. How will you survive? Okay, it looks like it's over. Let's go ahead and turn this up.
All right, we are now joined by Richard Fogey, Doug Williams, and
Okay, they're going
Wonder
to talk to the
Russell
developers.
from Undead Labs. Thanks for joining us all the way from Seattle. Yeah. Does that take about 10 minutes? I appreciate you making.
All right, so they're going to talk to developers for a little bit. This is good because we saw like a big piece for State of Decay, right? We saw a lot of footage for State of Decay 2. And now they're sitting here talking to the developers. I hope that when No Man's Sky is showcased, we see the same treatment. A lot of footage, a lot of talk with the developers. So that's keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully it's the same format.
It's gonna be so weird to see Sean Murray like once again in an interview. We're all gonna get chills.
Oh, I know. Oh God. You know what? This is bringing back so many like pre-release feelings.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit! They released the box art like a full desktop. People are putting in the Discord. Like the actual thing with the 4 avatars, they released that as a wallpaper.
Really?
Yeah, somebody just put that in the chat.
Does it show any more, or is it
No, it's just like a full here. I put it again in the subcast chat. Yeah, people are spamming in there. It's like a full full screen version. Couldn't think of the word of the box art.
Okay. We got Rude TV who just joined us. How you doing, Rude?
Hey Cobra, how's it going, man? Just got home from work and still in my work clothes watching the TV.
That's awesome, dude. Very awesome.
But somebody was just talking about it before I came in. Did you look at that? Whatever everyone's saying, it's a city in the picture in the full screen picture of the box.
Oh,
box
I
art.
see that.
Right.
Did you? I know it could be a rock formation and everything, but
I think it's a city. Yeah.
Honestly, Cobra, if you look at it, like it's behind the mountain.
Yeah.
Like what rock formation is that big? You know, I mean, yeah, it could be, but at
That's
the
very
same
true.
time,
Very
like,
true. And at the same time, Sam Swain is there, and that's what's convincing me that it possibly could be a
exactly.
city.
And why didn't they have it in the box art, but they have it in the full screen version? It's right. It is the day after. You know, it's like they're like slowly hinting us.
Sean Murray just tweeted
Things are
again.
coming. I mean,
Wait, what did he tweet?
This is highly
Sean Murray
speculative.
Sean Murray just tweeted and he said, "It's cited to finally be inside an Xbox. We'll report what I find."
What did he tweet? Oh, what?
Yeah, he said it's cited to finally be inside an Xbox. We'll report what I find.
Oh crap! They're gonna show something. They're gonna show a trailer. They might be showing a trailer.
Yeah, I feel like they wouldn't just put a rock formation like that. It's got to be. I feel like if you're like an artist, you're not just gonna put that there knowing it looks.
Because
like
look, and it's behind the mountain. You know, it's like, come on, like.
I agree.
Ring planets, multiplayer, and cities. Oh, geez.
Multiplayer cities. Oh my god, I want this
100% agree. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you combine that with Sam Swain, and I'm pretty much convinced. I think that this update, not only did they just add avatars, multiplayer, and probably features, but Sam Swain's there. He's probably added a lot of his skills to the game. Why not use his skills? Why not use his skills? Because what he does is he specializes in procedural cities. So why would you have somebody there like that? You know, you bring somebody along with you that knows how to fish, and you don't know how to fish, and then you ask that person, look, don't tell me any pointers. I don't want you to use your skill. Just fish like a noob. All right. Don't help me out at all. You know, it's the same situation.
Can you imagine if he plays the game, like just playing a clip like he did when he was on the talk show before? Like, but on Xbox, you know, it has an Xbox up there playing it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh my god, people are going nuts right now.
Dude.
Oh man, if this feels more exciting than the original release.
It does. It so does. Yeah.
It really does.
Because I feel like I feel like we've been playing the beta version all these years.
Here it is. Here comes the whammy.
Here comes next. Oh my gosh. Dude, I feel like a little kid.
I do too. I do too, man. I hope it's as long. I really hope that they feature No Man's Sky as long as they have State of Decay 2.
So Sean Murray shows up on the screen for 3 seconds. Cities, multiplayers, ring planets,
But I
and then leaves.
think this Inside Xbox episode is mainly focusing on State of Decay. I think the other ones are like brief info, maybe. How long is the show anyways?
I have no clue. I think No Man's Sky will still be a little longer than the other ones. It won't be as long as State of Decay probably, but since they actually have like Sean there, I feel like they'll give him time.
So Sean is there at Inside Xbox?
Yeah, he is.
Holy
He's going to be talking.
Oh my gosh.
I was told they sent a crew there to filming.
Ooh.
That they sent a crew to Guilford, or Hello Game Studio.
Dude.
Come on, calm down, Rudy. Calm down.
I know,
He's over
man.
there-
I can't.
look- He's over there making noise like.
I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I've been like waiting all day for it just to get
Ladies
home.
and
just to
gentlemen.
watch
He just tweeted again.
Who
Sean
did?
Murray just tweeted again. He said, "I'll ask how Major Nelson got his title. I believe it was for fighting in the console wars of 2001. They say he sits on a throne made of VMUs. We'll investigate."
Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed live what hype sounds like from Root TV.
Thanks, Cobra. No, man, I'm just really excited to see Sean talk after all these years. So
I'm really confused on this guy's haircut of like one of the developers on the very left, not the one interviewing them. The one with them, like, not sure what's going on there.
the middle one.
No, the guy who's like got the long in the back, but then on the sides, just like non-existent.
Joe the Anti-Pro ripped you right from the other simulation into the subcast simulation. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, hi. I didn't realize I had been raptured. I was just in the middle of talking to someone, and I got very confused.
Oh, is that what they're calling it in there? Rapture?
Yes, they're still calling it that.
The Blue Beam Project.
Yep. I have ascended.
Oh wait.
Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a controller. What?
Oh, it's the controller for. They just announced this like yesterday. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I haven't been paying that much attention to the stream, so what's up?
Well, we were just sitting here, just excited about waiting for the No Man's Sky portion to show up, and we were talking about how long they showcased State of Decay, and kind of wondered if posed the question if they were going to showcase No Man's Sky for the same length, in the same way. They showed the game quite a bit for State of Decay 2, and then they talked to the developers afterwards for quite a while. So hopefully we get that.
Yeah, that would be nice.
If they do, I'm gonna go on mute, just so you know.
I'm gonna say right now, though, personally, I want to hear that they still have plans for many more updates after next.
I mean, that was already stated.
But I would like hints, or at least maybe even a name suggestion, so that we can all just be having theories.
Right. What's going to be interesting with this update is actually tearing it apart and playing it, and then trying to determine where they're going to go next after this one.
Personally, I think if they get the co-op working, they're going to want to capitalize on that gameplay, which means they'll probably focus on features such as maybe multi-seated starships. Doubtful, but still possible. So like,
there's probably going to be a lot more cosmetics, like new upgrades to your suit. Who knows,
Gator Productions wanted to get on the show last time. Gator, if you want to get on the show, go through Discord and go into the waiting room, and I'll pull you on. Gator's one of our Patreon supporters, so I want to make sure he gets on. He didn't get on last time. So Gator Productions, let me know who you are on Discord if you're a different name.
Does anyone know how long these episodes are? Like, this is episode 3. Like, what's episode 1 and 2? How long were they?
What do you mean, episodes?
Like, the inside Xbox. I guess they do this every week or something, or every month.
I think it's every Friday, right? I don't know. I'm really new to the Xbox world. This is the first time I've ever watched anything for Xbox.
I never watched this show before, so I don't know.
I've been disconnected from Xbox for so long. I think I was still in high school the last time I touched anything Xbox related. At least for the social media aspects.
Some of the other bits of feedback that we got from the community was how important it was that
Well, the first Inside Xbox I just looked up was March 10th, and this is episode 3, so I'm guessing it's like a monthly thing.
Do you know how long it was?
Let me look it up.
2 hours. Someone said 2 hours.
Yeah, it's 2 hours long. Somebody in said chat just said 2 hours. Daniel. Big shout out to Daniel for that. Thank you, bud. Again, guys, keep in mind, if we end up getting kicked off, I'm going to continue the show offline recording, and then I'll upload that portion immediately afterwards. If you guys want to join the Discord, the link is down below. Go into the waiting room, and I'll pull you guys in. We're going to be doing something exciting and chaotic. So at the end of every subcast, this technically isn't a subcast, but I guess we could go maybe do it anyway. But the last 30 minutes that we're going to be streaming, we're going to jump directly into the waiting room and let everybody who's there get on the show. Because I feel super guilty with the amount of people that's waiting in the waiting room trying to get on, and I don't have the opportunity to pull everybody on the show. So the last 30 minutes is a warning that it's going to be probably the most chaotic conversations you probably ever heard. So that's a lot of people.
You're just gonna completely open yourself up to stream sniping.
What's that?
Stream sniping.
What's that?
Oh. That's when people are essentially go out of their way, they're watching your stream, and they try to interrupt your stream by either, if you're streaming a game, for example, they'll show up in-game and kill you, and so that's if you're in a game, but if you're just streaming like this, it's when they join in the waiting room and they'll spam the chat with music or something.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh.
That's something that might be what's going to happen.
I stream ghost.
Although, I technically should not be saying this aloud during the stream and give people ideas.
No.
So I should be quiet now.
Oh man.
That's unfortunate. We'll see how long. I mean, it'll be like an encore. So if it ends, it ends.
Yeah.
I'm sure today they'll put an official release date. And what if they surprise us and say that PlayStation is coming next week?
All right, looks like it's.
All right, so we're getting ready to move on to the next topic here.
Always stay tuned to the Xbox Wire at news.xbox.com for all your Xbox news.
Come on.
No more Sky in the background. Oh my god.
Oh, it is. Okay, we're gonna turn it up, guys. We're gonna turn it up. Something about that. Noah, Hype Train. Donation to Noah Hype Train. Here we go, guys. We're gonna turn it up.
And more.
I'm gonna go on mute.
Right now, Graham, I think it's safe to say you're about to chat with someone who's setting foot on the Xbox stage for the very first time.
Here we go!
This month, Hello Games shocked the community when they announced that No Man's Sky was making its way to Xbox One, including an Xbox One X enhanced version of this ambitious space exploration and survival game. And now I'm joined by Sean from Hello Games to tell us what we've been missing and what we should expect from the game's arrival on Xbox One. Sean, welcome. I think it's fair to say that I never expected to be talking to you on an Xbox stage like this.
Yeah, I snuck in. I dug a tunnel to get here.
Good. Well, you're very welcome, mate. Now, listen, I'm just going to be cheeky and open up with, when is No Man's Sky coming to Xbox One?
Yeah, we haven't told anyone yet. So July 24th is when we're releasing No Man's Sky next.
Amazing.
Oh dear God, it's
July
John.
24th. And
All right.
my next potentially cheeky question is, what's the story on multiplayer for No Man's Sky?
Yeah, so this is exciting. When No Man's Sky launches, July 24th, you're going to be able to play with your friends. Kind of a full multiplayer experience, right? And this is something that, like, I wish we could have done sooner, but I'm so glad it's happening, right? We've been playtesting it in the studio for like the last 6 months. It's a really different experience. You know, No Man's Sky can be kind of, I guess, a bit mysterious, a bit weird at times, right? But like, and also sometimes a little bit lonely, right? Because it's sci-fi, and I kind of love that side of it. But this is very different. It's more Battlestar. It's like Star Trek Away Team, right? It's fun and funny and emergent and kind of intense, right? So you can play with a bunch of your friends, like a small group of your friends, can go
Confirmed?
exploring,
Oh my God.
right? Or you can just come across random strangers and other travelers. You can pair up together in a team and like just work together to survive. Or if you're that guy, you can go and kind of prey on other people, right?
Yeah.
If that's your thing.
That guy,
Yeah. So like we've got base building as well. So
Yep.
you can build bases together. You can build everything from like tiny little shelters to like complex colonies, right? Spread across like multiple planets. And because it's all online and those are shared, other people can come and visit and find them. We've got, like, No Man's Sky is a very broad game, so we've got space as well. So dogfighting, you and your friends can be involved in kind of like big space battles. You can be a pirate or a wingman. And then there's something which I really love, which is a thing we added in one of our updates, which is exocraft and vehicles, right? So you can race those against your friends. You can build race tracks on like alien planets, or even just lay down a little trail of like your favorite path, your kind of scenic route, right? And so I think this is like potential that everyone's always seen in No Man's Sky, right? It's something that, I don't know, it's a kind of game that myself and a lot of other people have always wanted to play in a multiplayer world, I think, and I'm just really excited to be able to do that.
Great. Yeah, you've been through a lot with this game, right? I mean, does it feel now that you're getting to the point where you're really realizing the vision of what you always wanted from this experience?
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I think when we come to Xbox, which is a fun thing, where we've got a whole bunch of like updates over the last 2 years that we've been working on, including Next. And they really expand the game, right? No Man's Sky was always huge, right? It was crazily ambitious.
Right.
But like when I look at it, those updates have really kind of expanded and deepened every part of the game, kind of thing.
Yeah, and I think that's a really important point, right? Because especially Xbox fans in the Xbox community, they may not know No Man's Sky as well as some other communities, right? So tell us about what is exactly going to be in the Xbox version of the game that might be different from what people heard about in the past.
Right, so when you play on Xbox, I mean, and I think this is an exciting thing for us as a developer, you always like, sharing this thing that you've worked really hard on with other people. But for us in particular, it's interesting with Xbox because we get to make that first impression with people. We have a much broader and more expanded game. So when you play it, day one, you're playing that base, like stupidly ambitious game that a small team was making, but you're also playing like 4 kind of pretty major updates in like Pathfinder, Atlas Rises, Foundation, and now Next.
Right. So tell us about Next. Well, actually, let's talk about some of the key things that are in those other 4 expansions, and then let's move on to Next. So what are like the biggest things that you've added since the game initially released?
Yeah, I mean, No Man's Sky is something that we've been kind of working on and developing over the last while with these major updates. And the thing that's been really fun is kind of working with the community, and we want to do that more, kind of listening intently. So you've got like Foundation, which was our first update, and that brought base building. It brought kind of survival mode, creative mode. Suddenly you could buy freighters and things like that. You could start farming. And so that was like already No Man's Sky was something that people played for a long time. Like our average playtime was really long, but Foundation kind of massively improved that, right? Kind of went through the roof. Then we had Pathfinder, which brought vehicles. It also brought permadeath. You could expand base building a lot more. You could share them online and stuff like that. And that, for me, actually was loads of little things that we added in that update that made the game kind of much more fun, actually, just a lot slicker and things like that. And then most recently we had Atlas Rises. Atlas Rises was a huge update. It brought a mission and quest system. It brought like 30 hours of story, really changed the game, and it got a really nice reception and a lot of people playing. And so that actually was the reason we kind of took a step back after that and just kind of went, all right, let's start working on next, which is what we've been working on. Let's take a year and let's make it the game we want it to be, right? Let's just, do the things we want.
So when you come to Xbox One and you ship No Man's Sky Next as well, I mean, does it kind of feel like a bit of a reboot for the game for you and the team at Hello?
Yeah, it's interesting. We've been working on this for 2 years in a way, like a year on Next and a year on updates previously that this all builds on top of, right? And that's a really cool thing. And we're lucky that we have a community that cares really deeply about the game, and so I get a real kick out of like working on updates and kind of feeding them, doing things that I know they'll enjoy. But like, I don't know, maybe one day I will feel that No Man's Sky has been, I don't know, like rebooted, or it's kind of done, and I can't think of anything else I want to do to it. But I don't feel like that actually.
Right.
At the moment, I'm really enjoying what we're doing right now, and there's so many things that I can kind of get excited about in the future.
Yeah.
This is.
Well, tell us more about that. I mean, what's the vision like after you come to Xbox? What's down the road for No Man's Sky?
Well, I think that's an interesting thing, right? I think we're good at I don't know if we're good. We're good at making games, right? We're definitely better at that than talking about it, right? And I think, there's a real hunger in the community to know everything that we're doing and have a complete roadmap and stuff like that. But hopefully, we will reward their patience of not having much info with just good, solid content, right? And we only like to talk about things when they are right, when we are super happy with them, right? When we know they can't possibly change. So, I really like making games. I don't necessarily love talking about making games.
I think you did a good job,
even
Sean,
though you guys are very nice.
Mate, seriously, thank you so much for being on the show. Welcome to the Xbox community. It's wonderful to have you here. And will you come back and talk to us more about No Man's Sky down the line?
Sure, maybe, yeah.
Great, I'll take that as a firm yes. Thank you, mate.
Oh, he didn't
Pleasure as
expand on
always.
Next.
Oh,
Come on,
right. I know I can't
jumped
wait
right
for
over
some
it.
interstellar
Oh.
exploration with my friends when No Man's Sky Next launches on Xbox One very soon. Rukari, Alex, we've had Sea of Thieves, we've had PUBG, we've had State of Decay 2, we've had the Xbox Adaptive Controller, and now No Man's Sky so far. But what's the community saying?
Well, tons of things, Graham, but Alex, I'm gonna let you start things out.
Whoa, you're being nice to me.
That's a first, I know.
I mean, how do you follow up that announcement, but with a little bit of, I taught him that.
Please show me one more time.
Whatever.
No, but we're all excited for No Man's Sky, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, this one I'm gonna pick, and I'll rag on myself for a bit. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler. I'll tell you guys that right now. So to see fan art come out from you
All right.
I love it. Every
So
time I say we love
that's
gifts,
pretty much it
we
there.
love gifts, but
All right. Your takeaway, guys. My big takeaway was building colonies. Can you believe that? Am I by myself?
Oh, sorry. I thought my mic.
That was
Hello.
muted.
Oh, I'm like, where'd everybody go? Did everybody die of heart attacks?
Yeah, pretty much. Man, I mean, well, it's just so hearing like Sean Murray say multiplayer in No Man's Sky and confirmed in the same sentence. That's kind of just that's just astonishing right there. The way he made it sound. I remember when we were talking yesterday, or I mean, it was Tuesday, whatever day the most previous subcast was. We were saying how like, is it going to be co-op or is it going to be MMO-ish? And it seems by the way he was talking is that it's MMO-ish and that it's like you were saying avatars applied to the joint exploration type of deal, but then there's like the party system.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I can just imagine.
I heard
like
him say that if you want to be that kind of guy that just wants to go and attack someone, you can do that.
Yes,
I heard that out of his mouth.
Yeah, PvP is definitely going to be in there. That's definitely. I mean, it came right out of his mouth. PvP.
Yeah.
Another thing that really caught my attention is building together and building colonies. Can you? I mean, think about that. I mean, that's pretty much cities confirmed, right?
Pretty much. I mean, I can I'm just trying to imagine and comprehend like the
Yeah,
stuff
he
people
said
create.
multiple. He said bases that could stretch across multiple planets.
Yeah, like, dude, oh my god, this whole galaxy is gonna be like universe is gonna be populated. I can just imagine the things Like, oh, go to this system to visit the the galaxy famous Cobra Cafe, and then it gives coordinates or something, and then people go and visit it.
So a lot of people are kind of upset about the whole PvP. Yeah, he didn't say PvP, but going after another player or going after another person. I don't know. That's what it sounded like to me, but it could be just a way he said going after somebody. I guess maybe could mean just go after somebody and ram them or look at them. Maybe that's what it means. Going after somebody just to go look at them. Possibly. Maybe that's what that means. So let's not say PvP yet. They could be talking about hide and seek.
Yeah, I mean it's a hot topic, Cobra.
It is. It's a very sensitive topic. It's very sensitive.
Yeah.
So you know, I mean, and for one, he didn't talk about game modes or anything like that. So you know, if there is an option to go after somebody else, then that, you know, I mean, guys,
I'm excited for that, because if they come after me, they're going down. All right.
Well, he said dogfighting with your friends. So
yeah, I'm super excited for that.
I am
Real
too.
life live cage matches, Cobra.
Oh,
we don't have to have split screen.
I'm so down. Yes. The cage matches just got bigger. You know, they just got more meaty. That's going to be so awesome, dude. So awesome. I can't wait to see that stuff. But I mean, you could read into that however you like. We'll see when next gets released. July 24th is the date that GameStop has been like I said, when I went and pre-ordered the copy for an Xbox, even I don't own an Xbox, she was very stern that July 24th is the actual date. So that's good. Very good. The colonies, think about what that could possibly mean. I mean, I wonder what the build limit on that would be. So, okay, so if you could build colonies and build together, you could already assume that the build limit has been increased. And if it has been increased, I wonder what kind of new shapes, or if they totally overhauled the whole building mechanic altogether to make it more light, so that way you could add more, build bigger, build out more. Oh my gosh. All right. We're definitely going to be setting up a planet so that way we can build a Cobra Center. Definitely. Let's see.
Yeah, I feel it just needs to be optimized. I feel like you know, if they just, you know, I'm doing a building right now to see how big I can build on PC. I turned off the build limit. I'm making a huge hotel to see how big I can make it before like the game gets really buggy. And I'm getting, I mean, I've put probably like 12 times like the normal size of a base so far, and it works fine.
Right.
I mean, I'm on a beefy PC, but you know, it's if they can optimize it, I think they can do it right. And I love the building in No Man's Sky. It's one of the best things. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm assuming that they've completely overhauled it. I mean, optimization, everything. I mean, there's no way that we could build together and build colonies, you know, as he mentioned, if there's that same build limit and if there is that same lag when people are coming into the area of some other, even your own base. So I guarantee you that's been overhauled, because it just wouldn't work.
Yeah, there's gonna be so much more than what all he talked about was the multiplayer, because that's like the big thing. But there's so much more going to be in this game. They've been working on it for a year. He said it for himself. We wanted to make it the game we always wanted it to be. You know, and we decided to take a year to do it and do it right. And yeah, that's
I'm sorry to come bursting in like this, but I'm so excited. I feel like I've had a massive bag of sugar, and it's Christmas, and it's my birthday all at the same time. And Sean Murray actually said, build colonies across different planets.
Yes, he sure did.
That's what he said.
Do you know what that means?
Excited.
Do you know what that means?
God.
Like, if you look into that, that, you know, when we were always speculating official hubs, the hubs have just gotten so much cooler. The hubs.
Oh, dude. Honestly, I cannot believe he actually said those words. Build colonies across different planets. Replay it. Actually, he said it. It came out of his mouth. The magic word of greatness. Oh, my God.
Now, that could just mean that, like,
what's going to happen with this?
It could just mean you could build multiple bases in the same system like you can't now, and maybe they still have similar limitations to what they have, but even so, if I could get 5 of my friends on the same planet, and we all have separate bases on that same planet, that's just going to be so game changer.
Just being able to like go and do, and like if you can build together, surely you can like farm together and stuff. You could like have massive like factories of glass and explosives, and oh man, I'm so
Yeah, be like,
on.
I'll make the lubricant, you make the other part, you know.
My
and
farm
then you have
does
to-
this,
yeah.
your farm does that, and everyone works in a circle, and everyone makes billions.
Yeah, billions. We could pound out stasis devices all day long.
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe he was actually there when they said that at the beginning of the stream that he was going to be dropping by. I almost fainted. I'm so so excited.
I had it muted.
It's
I had no
amazing.
idea.
Not like nothing. I was checking his Twitter and I was checking the official site before going onto the stream. So I was like, if anything's going to come on, like he's bound to put something up. And then I was in the chat over there, and someone said he's tweeted, and I checked the tweet, and the tweet was there, and he said he was there, and I was like, oh my god, it's real! Oh my god! Oh, I can't believe. I genuinely, I'm so excited now. We've got an actual day. We know exactly when it's going to be, and the cons before the day. It's going to be great. Oh.
Cobra, in your chat, there's a lot of a lot of people saying, they're afraid of player versus player and that it could turn the community toxic. And I can tell you right now, guys, we are not a toxic community. We are a community of amazing individuals. And even if we're going to make it freaking fun. So don't worry, relax, look at the positive side of the universe, because that's all we have in front of us is an entire universe of positivity coming.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you think about, if there is, okay, let's just assume for a second going after another person means PvP. We don't know just yet exactly, but it's what it sounds like. But even if, guys, remember just how big of a universe you're playing in. Let me ask you this too. I know it's happened on very few occasions. But how often, without giving your address, your portal address out to wherever you are, how often have you accidentally ran into another orb without being near a portal that you gave the address out to? How often has that happened? It's almost zero.
And when that moment happens, though, it's the most magical moment ever. I mean, if you run into someone in random, are you just going to run up and shoot them in the face? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
After you randomly encounter someone, and if you do, you're that asshole. I mean,
exactly.
But
exactly. I mean, it's happened before. It has on very few occasions. But you're going to run across a player if you're seeking discovered systems, if you're going to published portal addresses,
civilized space.
If you're seeking to find places where people have been, you're going to find somebody. If you are constantly going in areas where no one has discovered anything, you're not going to find nobody. You're going to be alone. And guess what? No one's going to find you.
I mean,
not only that, but it's just going to make the experience all better. Imagine just being in that situation for 1 minute. You go into this place and you've got your pals with you, and you're like in this system, and you've just seen this really cool creature. It's got glowing things on its back, and you don't know what it's really going to be called. And all your mates are with you, and you decide on some really strange name because like you've all got this cool time and you're having fun. And then suddenly there's like some guy, and he comes flying out the sky and takes out one of your starships. It's gonna be incredible.
Yeah,
I love this guy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, those one of a kind moments are what are going to be incredible. And think about it. If someone goes after anyone here or anyone in the chat, they're going to have a freaking army of Cobros going right back after them.
Are we declaring nation status? Are we declaring nation status? Is that what's happening?
Zion, how you doing, buddy?
Let's go.
What's up, bro? Long time listener, first time caller.
It's a pleasure to have you on, dude. It's a pleasure to have you on. And you know what? That's a good, that's a good statement that you just said there. I mean, think about it. This community, I guarantee you I can get some people to go after someone who's stalking you and trying to spawn kill you everywhere you go.
But is that the future that we want? Do we want to continue to wage war against those who wage against us, or do we want to start a new community?
Well, think about this. We've had hubs for a long time. Oh my gosh, just think about this for a second. Hold on. Just back up the bus. We've had hubs for quite a while, and those hubs have been in diplomatic wars. There's been planet grabs where people have gone into other people's hubs and claimed those planets under their hub name, and there's been dramatic war on Reddit between those two hubs.
Are you guys familiar with what is happening in EVE and the years of drama there?
No, but please do tell.
So in EVE Online, it's just there's just tons and tons of stories of wars in that MMO because there's an actual economy, there's space that needs to be occupied, there's resources that need to be had, and all you need to do is add those types of elements to an MMO, and you got war. Just make it.
I mean, and if you don't want to be a part of that, you get in your ship and you go away from the hubs, and no one will ever find you if you don't want.
We do have a creative mode in this game, though, that EVE doesn't have. Right.
That's true. That's very true. Someone in chat says, "Imagine PvP and permadeath."
That's what I'm doing. I'm not
doing
a
cage match.
Oh my gosh, Ivy, Mike, you got so many possibilities for your show now.
Colonies.
Oh my gosh, colonies. Woo, man! This is going to be so interesting, guys. I can't believe. Just what's going to happen with the hubs. There's been like speculation all the time. As soon as they turn on multiplayer and PvP, there's going to be a bloodbath. So
I think there's going to be a recruitment bath
in a way. Yeah, I think they'll have thought about this. I don't think that, like, with everything they've done and the solid way that they've done it so far, I highly doubt that they're going to put it in a way that's going to enable people to be truly trolled. You know what I mean? I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a separate mode.
Yeah, there's going to be controls in there. There's going to be controls. They're not stupid.
Yeah, Sean's original energy around PvP was that it wasn't a good idea. Like he had a hard time describing it at the beginning, just like he's having a hard time describing it now. It's not a comfort zone. What people imagine PvP to be and what it's going to be in No Man's Sky. That's where we got to keep our reality in check.
Right. Yeah, I think it'd be different. And I don't think that they'll set it up where it'd be like that profitable to play in that way either. I don't think you'll get a huge reward for being like that guy,
Exactly. Guys, be on the lookout. I'm going to be adding people
really
here.
Good pirate.
I'm going to be adding people to the call here randomly because I want everyone to get a chance, or not everyone, but a lot of people. I see some people's names that have been in there for a while. So if you get someone in here talking just out of nowhere, that's me adding somebody.
The rapture again.
We call you fourth newbie.
We got Vargul. Vargul just joined us. How you doing, Vargul?
Hey, I'm doing good, Cobra. Just so you know, I'm Curtis.
Yeah, I noticed. I noticed the voice right away.
So how you doing, Cobra?
I'm doing great, man. What a bunch of wonderful news. I know how the interviewer was like, well, let's talk a little bit about what you've added to the game, then we'll get into next. He skipped over getting into next.
Yeah, and I'm almost wondering if that wasn't, some PTSD, from what happened prior.
His body language was very, very tight. Like,
but it was clear. No, it was the interviewer who directed that to the end. The interviewer never got to next.
We don't like talking about things before they're fully baked. You know what I mean? So that whole comment, he's scared to death about being on TV right now.
I think that the interviewer tried.
Faction says Cobra, the interviewer said he would get to details later in the stream.
Well, that's cool. But I mean, if that's the case, then why the interview? I mean, because the interview didn't reveal a whole lot of information.
I think it's important for the community at large to see Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and it's also important for the Xbox players to see what has been going on with all the updates. Most of these Xbox players heard about No Man's Sky at release, about how crap of a release it was, and that's it. And they didn't hear about Foundation or the other updates.
Right, for a lot of them, the Atlas Rises footage is the first thing they've seen since the original release.
Yep.
Right. I mean, if the interviewer comes back and gives us some more details, that's just that's just icing on the cake. But I don't know. I think the interviewer kind of did a little bit of a hokey job interviewing Sean. He kept asking the same question over and over and over again, just in a different way, and that was what's going to be in next, basically. When Sean wasn't biting, he should have realized, okay, he's not going to talk about this. Let's move on to another topic.
Or very tight embargo, really. That could also be it. I mean, they didn't show any new footage.
And also when I interview developers here on the channel, who's got the dishes going?
I'm sorry, that's me. I'll put it on. How do you put this thing on mute?
I don't know. Right click the name, I think.
Yeah, I'll just go in a different room. I apologize.
Oh, I interview game developers, and one of the things I've noticed when I'm interviewing game developers, I got all these questions on a list that I'm going to ask them, and right when I ask them, like the first question, they just start talking, and they immediately start answering questions I haven't even asked yet. So maybe that was the case when Sean Murray began talking. He started talking about the multiplayer, the colonization, and all the dogfighting and all the other stuff like that. That pretty much probably threw the interviewer off for the rest of his questions.
I saw a little bit of that. I also saw the goal being that they wanted to make sure that it was about a reset of the game.
Zion, are you Aaron?
No, Zion is Zion. I'm brand new.
Okay, I'm sorry. You sound just like Aaron. Wow. And then we got somebody on here that sounds like DM21. Woo.
And somebody that sounds like Sean Murray.
Yes.
Got the whole cast here.
Oh my God, we're all the clones stuck in the Where system. Speaking of that password that your book contains, we need that to get to the trailer.
I'm bicycle.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
It's totally true. You're wasting time on the stream. That password in that book somehow is associated to the next visual.
For the rest of the stream.
I have a question. Do you think we'll get some new music? I love the album from 65 Days of Static, but two years of listening to the same album, I should use one more.
I could imagine. So. I could imagine they could do that. I don't think it would be too difficult. I mean, if 65 Days of Static just recorded several different tracks of looped music, I don't think it would be that difficult for them to implement it procedurally.
Yeah. The music system in the game is pretty simple.
Yeah.
Didn't you say that the guy that does the animal sounds had been working on this update, Cobra? Tim, was this Mr. Ware? The guy that works on the animal sounds for the game, all the in-game effects. Didn't he say that he'd be in? Yeah, that's it. Didn't he not say he was involved with this update?
Yeah, he's been. He's been adding music to it. Yeah. I don't know if it's music or just game sounds. One or the other. I mean, he's heavily involved in this.
Yeah.
I hope they have birds. I hope they have bird sounds.
What's up,
Panther? What's going on, buddy? Is this Panther?
Yeah. Do you recognize me?
I do. Refreshing my memory.
I'm Jamie, man. You haven't seen me forever. Yeah.
What's going on, Jamie? How are you, buddy?
It's been a long time, dude.
Yes, it has, buddy. It's been
I'm doing great.
Too long.
I just watched all the stuff that just happened on Xbox, and I'm just very fascinated in this multiplayer experience.
Oh, so am I, bud. So am I. What do you think about the colonization?
I'm thinking strongly like how this is going to work. I don't know if it's going to be like the current building system where you have a specific area you can build, or we're going to actually have the option to build anywhere. Because that would be great if we could.
I hope they add free building, man.
Because there is so many places on a planet that would just have great scenery, and you just can't build there right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they really overhauled the building. I mean, the way they have it now in the game, you cannot build together, and you definitely wouldn't be able to colonize. You wouldn't be able to build.
Yeah.
Because it's just too laggy. The assets are too heavy.
Hey, Cobra.
Yeah.
Do you suppose that Sean referred to colonization based on like the hub communities?
Yes, I do.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's directly related to us.
Right. But does he call that colonization, or are we talking about large scale building colonization.
That's what I thought when he said that. I genuinely, that's what came into my mind, was like a small village or something.
Yes, well,
we could build.
that too, because he said colonize it and he said build across worlds. So yes, I think it's both. I mean, I think we could actually build quite a big structures on the planet, and I also think that
more than one base.
Yeah, more than one base in the star system in a region. You know, I mean, it's yeah. I think it's this tech can definitely be used in hubs, and I think that's what he was trying to say.
That would be incredible. This is now when the TCC really needs to come into play. Really, you need to like fully like make that like a proper thing and get
100%
portal addresses out and get everyone there quick time.
It sure will. Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah, but I want to see how the universe is going to be reset. The universe is going to be reset probably, so I want to see how it's going to be reset first, and then we might have to move the TCC. I
don't care because I haven't really gotten that far in the game since I reset last time.
They said did you not find that really surprising that he mentioned nothing, absolutely nothing about kind of upgrading the terrain or the just like there's always been something about that in all of the updates, and he didn't say anything about that at all.
But we just saw Sean Murray after a year.
It's been 2 years since we've been
more, right?
Hey, well, I wonder what they're going to do with photo mode with multiplayer. Like, will it freeze everybody?
Interesting.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they had to optimize quite a bit, and they said they've been playtesting it for 6 months. 6 months they've been playtesting this.
So one of the things I noticed in the interview, because I mean, most of the focus was on the multiplayer, right? And when he discussed it, he was talking about playing with friends, playing with a lot of people, or playing in small groups. So like an MMO, where you have group capability, where you can invite somebody into your party. I wonder if that's how all the the grouping is gonna work, because we were talking about like in the last stream there was mention of like right now multiplayer is you got a 16 player kind of room, right, that you're kind of a part of, and that's when you can voice chat and whatnot. But I wonder if they've kind of polished that to where you can actually form parties now. That way, when you're out flying with your other friends, you can keep track of them, right?
Yeah.
Squad
I'm sure they have. Yeah. He said you form squads.
Yeah, and I think that's awesome. So knowing that and being able to utilize that in base building or attacking freighters or racing against friends, I mean, all that stuff's going to come into play when you're in group. That's going to be epic, man.
And think about some of the small things that he mentioned that we're passing up because of the larger things. And he said something about being able to set scenic routes. Have a little bit of connectivity issues here. But you can set scenic routes that's not racing. So if there's that tiny little feature right there, imagine what other tiny little features are that he didn't have time to talk about.
Well, maybe it's just tracing the path of other explorers or something like that.
That's
we
true.
have open galaxy orienteering confirmed. That's amazing.
Seriously, just racing alone has been a big deal for me. Like those planets that have the road-looking tubes. Jesus.
Oh my god.
Over.
Guys, we're only going to be online for about 10 to 15 more minutes. So what I want to do now is I want to go into the waiting room. And so anybody that's on the subcast room, if you want to join the waiting room, I'm going to go in there and we're going to see how things are going on inside the waiting room. In the show there, guys, you probably won't be able to hear me if it's too rowdy. But as always, I love everybody. And if you don't hear me say goodbye, that's because the room is really loud. And too much is going on, but it's like a grand finale. It's everybody going nuts. It's chaotic. Let's see how it goes. This is the first time we're going to do it. And
oh no, I'm always hearing you do these things.
Thank you, Cobra. Thank you, Cobra.
If this works out, we're going to be doing this on every live stream. We'll see. Guys, hype, colonization, multiplayer. Sean Murray showed his pretty face. And, we'll talk more about this as the days go by.
He shaved his beard.
Yes. Yes, he did. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go.
Oh, joining from the chat, too. Everyone's joining from the chat into waiting room.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Hello.
There's
Yo,
Cobra.
man.
Cobra. What's going on, everybody?
Cobra's here.
We are in the
here.
waiting room.
Holy shit.
Cobra?
Right as he joined,
My hands right
she's
now
at
are
work and I
fucking-
have to kill.
We can't hear Cobra.
Like
pub. Like you can go and create like extremely big pubs. Like
Damn it,
imagine
no
like,
one listened to my plan.
All right, one at a
Sorry,
time,
sorry.
guys. One at a time.
All right, guys, we're now in the waiting room. So if you guys, if anybody was in the subcast, let's kind of go ahead and let some of the people in the waiting room go ahead and have a chance to talk. I see we got Aaron, we got Bob, we've got Cooper, Dark Fox, Dave King, Des1, Ito, Faluke to Dupes in here. So guys, you got the floor.
Then we
Cool. I'm
Talk
like
about
really
worms.
like I'm really excited about like massive hubs like imagine like just like this massive like gang that's like over like 1,000 planets and like I don't know, that just seems like really cool to me that you'd be able to like go and like destroy bases and stuff like that. So yeah, because like No Man's Sky as it is sort of feels sort of empty to me. Like it's really nice, but it's sort of empty. But I don't know.
I know how they're gonna be able to stop griefing players, like people trying to mess with you. The Sentinels are gonna let's say you try to attack someone. The Sentinels will probably be more tough and probably chase after you. You know, if you're trying to kill random people. So
that makes me wonder.
Oh, could you imagine you shoot another person and like 10 walkers disappear and defend that person?
Because there's PvP in colonies. Would there be turrets? Would you build turrets to your colony?
that would be so cool. But
Anti-air
they said you
cover.
could control a freighter together. Is that what he was saying? Like you can
I want to
co-pilot.
see that.
I thought that's what he said.
That's why I'm not too worried about PvP because we already have these large hubs, and second, like you mentioned earlier, the Sentinels. That's a great idea. So
Yeah. Oh, one thing I'm
Gamer
confused
just said he's gonna
about
go
is
grieve everybody.
one thing I'm confused about is when the update coming out when the Xbox launch comes out, or were they not that clear? Because I don't know how they're going to keep the ARG going for
Didn't they say there's going to be before the Xbox update?
Yeah, I think that's what I heard. I don't know if
I
they
didn't-
can do that though.
He said
During
next
the interview, I didn't hear
launching
that.
July 24th. He didn't
Okay.
say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But we're at spot.
Yeah.
We're at spot. So who knows?
that was just
PC
for
and
Xbox.
PS4 might get it early.
Yeah.
Can anyone because I don't know how they could keep the ARG going that long, until
I think there's so
Yeah.
much more that they're adding to the game that he didn't get a chance to talk about.
They didn't
Oh,
even
yeah.
get the and all, so.
I wonder if they're even going to bring the Xbox community into the ARG at all, or if it's just too late for them.
No, I think they will.
I mean, we
think
have
they'll
some
find a
Xbox
way.
players in game detectives.
I mean, think
people
about it.
that
Think
have just
about how
picked up the game now.
think about how long the ARG's already been going on. I'm sure they can. I mean,
Well,
you got
that's what I
people working on this almost day and night. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do find a way to bring the Xbox community in on it.
They're gonna have to. That's the only way to help increase the player base. I mean, if you're
Yeah.
trying to get everybody excited, you have to.
Well,
you
we've
have to
had so much
include
fun
that
with the
side.
ARG so far.
I think there's a major problem in the fact that most Xbox players who've never played the recent updates and especially with all the stuff
They
about
won't.
No Man's Sky,
Yeah, they
they'll
won't
go
get
and
the ARG.
Well,
they
how
won't-
how much of this ARG do you think we really have left? I mean, it sounds like
well, L plays
Well,
was
if
saying
Cobra
that
doesn't start finding out the password to that book, we'll have a lot.
Here's my prediction. I think
Get on that book,
I
Cobra.
don't think this is the last update. I think we're probably going to have another ARG if it's this
Oh no, it's
big.
definitely going to continue.
I mean, I think if
Sean Murray said it
Xbox players
himself.
join now, they'll be involved in the next ARG after this.
Well, I think if they do another ARG, I think we've seen pretty much the closing of the backstory. I think the next ARG will hint toward future releases. What happens later?
Yeah, taking more active role in game.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the normal release?
What do you mean?
As in, why would the puzzles? Why would the puzzles necessary?
It's mostly just world building and fun.
Improv.
It's not essential to the
Serious gamers
experience.
too much, man.
It creates community around the game.
Yeah, it's it's community involvement. It's teaching you a lot about the lore that you do not get in the game. So if you're not paying attention to Waking Titan, parts of the lore that you just don't know, like the people that participated in letting Emily live, became the origin of No Man's Sky itself. So there's a lot of people that
crazy.
we're called the CSD. We're called the CSD, and we're responsible for the Atlas being alive. So there's a lot of lore, and it's exciting. I know I get your feeling there that yeah, I agree with you that some of the puzzles and things like that, they're anticlimactic. You know, they're like super exciting, and then all of a sudden it just
Cobra.
Yeah.
Cobra, the last 5 glyphs on Waking Titan just unlocked.
Oh, I know. I've seen that. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God! Yes.
So I have a question, because I didn't get to actually see the show, but did he say anything about cities?
Yeah.
He did briefly.
Yeah.
So
Well,
do we,
kind of.
Talked a little bit about colonization.
in your guys' mind, is that confirmation in terms of what Sam Swain is doing? Because I didn't see it, so I don't know.
Oh,
Well, there's a
yeah.
difference between
You said
building
we
cities
could
and then
colonize.
procedural generated cities.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
talked more
if-
about colonies, not cities. He never said the word cities. He said
He
colonies.
did not, but he said
And
he said we can colonize across the galaxies and build across planets.
Hello?
Yeah, I remember was predicting that we'd get some sort of in-game functionality for hubs, like being able to create like regions of space that would be owned to a single organization. I think that's sort of what he's hinting at.
Right. Yeah.
Being able to sort of team up together like that.
When you've got a second.
Well, and the
I
idea
just hope
behind
the update comes out.
When's the release date? The Empire Reborn.
For the
July
well, it's
24th
confusing
for
because
Yeah,
but they
PS4? July
said
24th.
next. They were using like weird. They were kind of because Sean Murray first said No Man's Sky next coming on Xbox, July 24th, and then the guy interviewing Sean Murray, then he said something kind of like, "Oh, when next comes out," and then Xbox. So it was kind of confusing to know. Like,
Well, they're not going to say the release date for the update for everyone else on an Xbox live stream. It's going to be all Xbox centric, isn't it?
I hope PC and PS4 get it early. That'd be so awesome.
You think about this for a second. Imagine, now that we can build, according to roundabout what he said, imagine being able to build at these, more than one base on a planet and literally having a neighbor.
Wow.
Hey, Cobra, imagine being able to build like Coruscant, an entire planet city.
Oh, I think
Oh,
that's
dude.
quite ambitious. I think that's ambitious.
for my for my YouTube channel, I was thinking about having people, kind of like almost like Cobra TV, but having people come on Skype or Discord and then like be playing together at the same time and then chatting. That'd be pretty fun.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
I was
Hey,
checking.
Cobra, question for you.
Cobra.
I've got a question for you, just a quick one about if we now know that the date is 24th of July, it's going to be the release date. So what's going on the 18th and 19th on Waking Titan then, which is meant to be tomorrow and the day after? Do you think that's just going to be Waking
update.
Titan related, or do you think it's going to be an update, or what do you think it's going to be?
Well,
I think
before
they're going to
answer
release.
that-
I think they're going to release screenshots.
Well, before I answer that, I want to say I love your accent. Totally love your accent.
Thank you. I'm from England, by the way.
But I think that we're probably looking at the dev kit there.
Right. What you
Are there
said, like
any-
unboxing?
Whatever that means.
Hey, Cobra.
Have there
Hey,
been
Cobra.
any more releases of any books? Are there any more books that are out?
Yeah, I think 2 more books got shipped out.
Is there enough 4 now in total books?
5.
5.
Wow.
Totally up.
Yeah.
So those 5 books probably represent the 5 glyphs that just unlocked, and I bet you those.
Good looking out.
And I also suspect he sent those books out as a wink because he tweeted not too long ago about him being in his childhood home, sitting in his room, staring at all the books he used to read.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought about that, man.
Did anybody check to see if those books were on his shelf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you pay
How-
for 16 Cobra?
Imagine this though. Imagine if those are literally books from his shelf that just went in the picture. Can you imagine that? Cobra has a book that belonged to Sean Murray.
Hey, Cobra, I have something to say.
Yeah.
It's kind of special. It means a lot to me. But can I give a shout out to someone?
You sure can, buddy. Go ahead.
Okay, so who I want to give a shout out to is my wonderful prom date. I'm taking a prom this upcoming June 2nd. And she has a wonderful YouTube she has made, and she desires to proceed it. She has gained over 50 subscribers this week, and it's a brand new YouTube. I'm just hoping and asking if any of y'all could check her channel out and subscribe.
Very awesome, dude. We are losing connection. I just want to
love.
say that real quick.
Hey,
losing
Cobra.
connection. Yes.
Cobra. Hey, how you
Love
been,
you.
Cobra? This is Jeremy. How you been? Matt Hacks.
Hey, Jeremy. Doing good,
I
man.
finally
Doing good.
got on. It took me a while. It took me a while, but I made it.
I miss Skype, but that's okay.
Hey, Cobra,
We're all
thanks for the
right
opportunity, man. This is Ivy Mike. I'm out of here. I gotta go.
Okay,
Hey,
buddy.
be careful,
Take
man.
care. Be safe.
Yeah, I'll talk
So
to you
wait,
guys later.
what do you think, Cobra? How the gaming, the big YouTube gamers like, I wonder how they're gonna react when the update comes out and people could be playing together. Is there gonna be like more people streaming? Is it gonna be harder for smaller YouTubers? Because bigger YouTubers are gonna be like, oh well, the game's good now, and then they're gonna be like streaming the new update.
I don't think so. A lot of the big YouTubers play multiple games, so they're going to move on eventually. So,
Yeah.
I mean, in the beginning, yes, I do see that happening to us, but no. I mean, I'm always
Ninja.
I'm always a person that you guys can count on for retweeting and trying to share all your channels. That's one of the things. At the very end of all this, that's what I want to be known for. Is
You're very
helping
awesome,
everybody.
Cobra, for that.
Yeah,
too.
thanks, man.
Rock.
Appreciate it.
That's always
Right.
awesome,
Cobra
Cobra.
is the
Really
dad
appreciate
of
it.
the
He's the
entire
Thank you for pinning my
community.
comment
He is
about
the
the Lord's
dad.
Prayer. That was awesome.
Oh, yes. That was very good.
Cobra's
Hey,
the reason
Cobra.
I've stuck with No Man's Sky as long as I have.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have, actually.
Right.
Thanks,
I know a lot
Cobra.
of people are excited about the multiplayer, but I'm way more excited to see about like possibly dungeons or
That would be cool.
maybe
Oh,
like
yeah.
other things they might be adding.
I
Yeah.
go see
like that they were talking the other day about the caves having like really hard caves will have some sort of really cool rare reward in them, or and find another cave that might not be as hard but will have a less reward,
Yeah.
smaller.
I wonder though if if they have dungeons, if like there's gonna be there's like one reward and people like try to argue who gets the reward or it's everyone gets a separate reward.
Or they roll for it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
really
imagine they
I mean,
I would
honestly,
imagine they
that's
do
why.
something like kind of like how Destiny works, where everybody gets their own little unique reward.
Where is
Right.
But that's why I'm honestly excited for multiplayer is because of that very reason. Like, I can only imagine going around, a planet with a small group of friends, digging and finding some dungeon
yeah.
underground.
Wow. That sounds so
And
amazing.
exploring it together,
Oh,
Yeah.
it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Fighting sentinels
Cobra,
together would be
what's the
so
thing
fun
that
too.
you most want to
Yeah.
do first in multiplayer? What's the thing that stands out to you as the thing that you would like to do most in a multiplayer experience?
Race around the planet.
We're gonna have a party. So as many people that can come by.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna set up a planet, and we're gonna have a live party where everybody. We're gonna
Awesome.
look at a bunch of Power Rangers rave dancing.
Can you imagine what Unification Day is going to be like this year?
And I'll bring the
Be
net.
awesome.
Oh, I
Cobra,
cannot
can you
wait.
imagine what
I'm so excited.
Unification Day is going to be like this year with all these Xbox players?
Oh,
as
it's
well?
gonna be
It's
so
gonna
cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I hope there will be cross-platform. That'd be.
I
so
doubt
cool.
it.
That'd be awesome.
Oh,
That is really
man.
Honestly, I doubt it.
It's
The only way
down to
cross-platform
PlayStation.
would really work would be between Windows and Xbox. So
Exactly, because Sony's not
Which would leave
not
out
letting
the
up
whole
on the whole
PlayStation.
cross-platform.
They have cross-platform on Rocket League now.
and Fortnite.
Yeah, and on top,
It's
and
possible.
Atomic Universe is PC and PS4 both going
Yeah,
together.
and DC
Right.
Universe, DC Universe is PC and PS4 as well.
Yep.
Right, but what we
Final
don't see,
Fantasy 14 is PlayStation and PC.
So I see it possible.
what we don't see is we never see Xbox and PS4 crossplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that might be a problem.
But he
Which
did
is
say there's a lot of
regardless
surprises in store. Welcome to the community
They're
anyway.
like,
I think they're just as much part of this community as all of us. And it's lovely to be able to like think of them being able to have the experience that we've all been like,
Thank you, Sean.
having and are so excited to have going into the future for the next month. Update. Yeah.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean.
Every time that dude is here, I get chills. Every time he's here, I get chills. Oh my god!
Every time he says like,
You know what?
Did anybody stream this? Did anybody actually stream this? Because I'm looking for it now on Google, and I can't find it.
Yeah.
You did, so it'll be on. It'll be on this video right here that we're talking on.
Oh yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Because
guys.
I haven't seen it. I'm at work, and I really, really want to see like everything that you guys are talking about. I'm like, what did Sean say? We saw the almighty Sean.
Cobra, you know this video is getting like 80,000 views in the next like 2
I wonder
hours.
how all the trolls
Don't
feel
get too
right now.
hyped.
Get excited, No Man's Sky hype. You know that.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, Cobra, man.
Appreciate it.
Peace out, Cobros.
Peace.
Peace out.
Peace,
Right,
Cobras.
Dude.
Peace.
Everyone, guys. Later, guys.
See ya.